Hey there, in this video, we're taking you on a tour of the stunning city of Greenwich. We'll explore the famous Greenwich clock, known around the world for its timeless charm, and we'll make our way to the Queen's House, a place of regal elegance and history where you can step back in time and witness its royal beauty and admire the remarkable paintings adorning its walls. We will also venture into the National Maritime Museum, where maritime wonders await. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join us for more exciting adventures like this one. Thanks for watching. We kick off our adventure by walking from the University of Greenwich towards the Queen's House. The university buildings are really cool with their interesting architecture, and the whole atmosphere around here is just amazing. It's a place where learning meets beauty, and you can't help but feel the excitement in the air. As we approach the Queen's House, you will be impressed by its beauty from the outside. It's a magnificent building with a timeless charm. The Queen's House in London is really big, it's like a huge castle. Inside, there are about 20 rooms, and each one is filled with amazing things. You'll find all kinds of treasures and beautiful art. It's a bit like a big museum that's also a historic royal palace. When you visit, you'll feel like you're on a journey through time, discovering the stories and wonders hidden within its grand walls. Now, when we enter, you'll be greeted by a space that's not only beautiful but also really huge. It's like stepping into a different world. This place has a rich history. It was built for Queen Anne of Denmark back in the 17th century. And what's really special are the amazing paintings that decorate the walls. These paintings tell stories from the past and are a window into history. It's a real treat for the eyes and a journey through time. The paintings inside the Queen's house show different people from the past. Some of them are kings, queens, and important figures from history. They were painted a very long time ago, like hundreds of years ago. These paintings help us learn about the people and the times they lived in. It's like a colorful history book on the walls. The National Maritime Museum in Greenwich is a huge place. It's like a giant ship on land. This museum was started a long time ago, in the year 1934. When you go inside, you'll find a treasure trove of history about ships, sailors, and the sea. There are cool things like old ships, maps, and even the stories of brave explorers. It's like taking a journey across the oceans and through time, all in one place. The enormous golden ship on display in the museum is truly a sight to behold. It's a magnificent representation of maritime history and craftsmanship. This ship is quite large and gleams with a golden hue, making it stand out as a special attraction in the museum. At the National Maritime Museum, you can explore ship engines, which are like the powerful hearts of these massive vessels. They have actual ship engines on display, giving you a close-up look at the impressive machinery that propels ships through the water. It's amazing to see the intricate details of these engines and learn how they work. The old submarine on display at the museum is a true marvel of history. This submarine, which is no longer in operation, dates back many decades, and it gives us a glimpse into the past. The paintings on the museum's walls are like windows to the past, showing us some very important people and events in history. You might see portraits of famous explorers like Christopher Columbus, who sailed across the ocean to discover new lands, or the legendary Admiral Nelson, who led his fleet to victory in important naval battles. There are also paintings of majestic ships in action, capturing moments when these vessels were at the center of major events. Some paintings show beautiful sea scenes with waves crashing, and others depict ports and harbors filled with activity. The Polar World section in the museum is a fascinating area where you can explore the icy realms of the North and South Poles. You'll encounter displays that feature the incredible journeys of polar explorers who ventured into these extreme, frozen landscapes. In this section, you might come across artifacts and equipment used by these brave explorers, such as sleds, clothing, and navigational tools. There could be information about the challenges they faced, like the bone-chilling cold and the vast, desolate surroundings. You'll also learn about the unique wildlife that calls the polar regions home, like polar bears, penguins, and seals. The Polar World section provides a glimpse into the adventures and the natural wonders of these remote and icy parts of our planet. It's a reminder of the courage and curiosity that drove people to explore these harsh environments and the importance of protecting them for future generations. The North Wing section of the museum is a really cool place, especially for kids. They have a giant map of the world on the floor. It's like a big puzzle, and it has all the oceans on it. What's even more awesome is that there are these little toy ships you can play with on the map. You can move them around and explore different parts of the world. It's a fun way to learn about geography and imagine going on your own global adventure. So, if you're visiting with kids, this is a must-see section where they can have a blast while discovering the world. Let's check out the famous Greenwich clock. This clock has a really interesting history. It's called the Greenwich Mean Time (GMT) clock, and it's like the time boss for the whole world. This special clock helps people everywhere know what time it is. The place where the clock is located is super beautiful. It's in the Royal Observatory in Greenwich, London, and from there, you can see the stunning view of the city. The clock is like a timekeeper for sailors and explorers. It's a historic treasure and an amazing place to visit. So, when you're in Greenwich, don't forget to stop by and see this remarkable clock with a view that's just as beautiful. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Greenwich. We hope you had a fantastic time exploring these incredible places. If you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that subscribe button below. It helps us keep sharing amazing adventures with you. Stay tuned for more exciting travels and discoveries. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.